Enigma's redemption, unveiling the truth. The town square bustled with activity, an air of anticipation and excitement permeating the atmosphere. A wooden scaffold had been erected at its center, a grim stage for a public execution. The accused stood atop it, her hands bound, her face a mask of stoicism. They called her a witch, a harbinger of darkness who wielded forbidden powers. The crowd's fervor was palpable, their cries for blood a chilling symphony that echoed through the square. But amidst the chaos, a figure moved, a shadowy presence that would unravel the enigma of injustice that hung in the air. I was Enigma, a figure of enigmatic justice, a force that moved in the shadows to right the wrongs that festered in the hearts of men. The woman's name was Olivia, her eyes filled with a haunting mix of fear and defiance. I had heard whispers of her kindness, her healing abilities that had mended broken bones and soothed ailments. But in a world tainted by superstition, her acts of compassion had been twisted into accusations of sorcery. As the executioner raised his axe, the crowd's frenzy reached a fever pitch. A sense of urgency gripped me, a need to intervene before the cruel blade fell. With a burst of speed, I moved through the throngs of people, my steps guided by a determination born from centuries of witnessing the suffering of the innocent. "Stop!" My voice rang out with an authority that cut through the hysteria. The crowd fell silent, their eyes wide with shock as they beheld the figure who had emerged from the shadows. Alicia's gaze met mine, a glimmer of hope in her eyes. "Who are you?" "I am Enigma," I replied, my voice unwavering, "and I am here to reveal the truth." The executioner hesitated, his grip on the axe faltering. "And what truth could you possibly know?" I turned to face the crowd, my gaze sweeping over the faces that stared back at me. "This woman is no witch. She is a healer, a guardian of life." Murmurs of disbelief rippled through the crowd, skepticism warring with curiosity. I stepped closer to Olivia, my voice a soothing balm in the midst of the chaos. "She has used her abilities to mend wounds and ease suffering. Her actions are driven by compassion, not malevolence." Alicia's eyes brimmed with tears as the weight of my words settled upon her. But there were those who remained skeptical, their distrust a product of ignorance and fear. I turned to them, my voice ringing with conviction. "The true witches are those who would condemn an innocent soul without evidence," I declared. "Those who would revel in the suffering of others and turn a blind eye to their own cruelty." A hush fell over the crowd as my words took root. Alicia's accusers shifted uncomfortably, their faces a mosaic of shame and uncertainty. Slowly, their grip on their judgments began to loosen, and the crowd's fervor waned. Just as the tide of skepticism began to turn, a commanding voice sliced through the tension, sending a shiver down the spines of the crowd. "Hold, Enigma." All eyes turned toward the source of the voice. It was the Count, a man of authority and influence, his expression a mixture of arrogance and intrigue. He stepped forward, flanked by his loyal servants, their faces a study in anticipation. A murmur of confusion swept through the crowd, a hushed unease settling over the square. The Count's gaze bore into me, his intentions veiled beneath a facade of authority. "If you truly seek to prove her innocence, then let us settle this in a different manner." I regarded him warily, my enigmatic instincts on high alert. "And what manner would that be?" A self-assured smile played at the corners of the Count's lips. "A test of your skills, Enigma. My loyal servants stand ready to face you. If you can defeat them, then Alicia shall go free." Alicia's eyes widened, her voice laced with concern. "No, this is not fair. He should not have to fight for my freedom." But the Count's gaze remained fixed on me, his challenge clear. The crowd's anticipation grew, the air heavy with tension as they awaited my response. I weighed the options before me, torn between the desire for justice and the manipulation that hung in the Count's proposition. Finally I spoke, my voice carrying a steadfast resolve. "Very well. I accept your challenge." Alicia's voice, a mixture of worry and determination, reached my ears. "Enigma, you don't have to do this. It is not just for you, but for the truth that must prevail," I replied, my gaze unwavering. The Count's grin widened, his satisfaction evident. "Excellent. Prepare yourselves, my loyal servants." The crowd formed a makeshift arena, their excited whispers a stark contrast to the heaviness that weighed upon me. The servants stepped forward, their eyes gleaming with determination as they faced me. With a nod, the duel began. The first servant lunged forward, his attacks aggressive and unrelenting. I met his strikes with a grace born from centuries of experience, my movements calculated and precise. The clash of steel resonated through the square, a symphony of skill and determination. Blow after blow, I evaded and countered, my enigmatic abilities giving me an edge that could not be denied. The crowd's excitement waned as the realization of their impending defeat settled upon the servants. One by one they fell before me, their defeat a testament to the enigma of justice that had intervened. As the final servant lay defeated, the Count's expression darkened, his facade of authority crumbling. "It seems your challenge has been met," I declared, my voice carrying a weight that cut through the tension. "Alicia's innocence is clear." The crowd's murmurs grew louder, a mixture of awe and uncertainty sweeping through their ranks. The Count's grip on his authority had been shaken, his manipulation exposed by the enigma of truth. With a begrudging nod, the Count motioned for Alicia to step down from the scaffold. She descended, her eyes locked onto mine, a mixture of gratitude and wonder in her gaze. As Alicia and I walked away from the square, the shadows of manipulation and prejudice had begun to lift, replaced by the enigma of truth and the promise of a brighter future. My journey was far from over, for there would always be those who cried out for the enigma's touch, for the shadows that would unveil the truth and challenge the darkness that lingered in the hearts of men.